what happens if we start throwing food into the same system is that when we started throwing food and food extracts into these drug development systems to help keep blood vessels healthy, including vision, I found that about 50% of the foods that we were actually testing were as or more potent than the drugs that we were developing. And so I'm one of the OGs when it comes to food as medicine. And I love to talk about it because while treatments, you write a prescription as a doctor for people, it's the right drug for the right person at the right time, but not everyone can get the treatments they need. Food as medicine is something that we do for ourselves. It's very empowering that we can actually use knowledge, modern knowledge, to be able to make those daily decisions that can actually help prevent disease. So you don't need the doctor to do that intervention. Or if you're actually having the doctor do the intervention, you can actually do something for yourself in addition to what the prescription actually does.
Dr. William Li has spent his life exploring one powerful idea: food is medicine. Through his best-selling books and countless talks, he's become a trusted voice in helping people like you harness the healing power of everyday ingredients. His message is clear and empowering. What you eat every day isn't just fuel. It can actively support your body's ability to heal, grow, and thrive. One category of food that Dr. Li speaks about with great enthusiasm is spices. You might think of them as simple flavor enhancers, but in reality, spices are tiny powerhouses packed with life-changing potential. Today, we're diving into his wisdom around how certain spices can dramatically improve leg and foot circulation, especially for older adults who may be struggling with discomfort, numbness, or swelling. Stick with us, because we're about to introduce you to Larry, who at 89 found new life in his legs thanks to a few common kitchen ingredients. If you've ever felt that cold, tingling sensation in your toes, or dealt with legs that feel heavy, achy, or just plain tired by midday, this is for you. Dr. Li's research shows that specific spices can wake up those sleepy blood vessels and get your circulation flowing like it used to. Imagine walking with ease again, without the throbbing or tightness. That's what Larry discovered, and you can too. Before we get into Larry's story, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, leave us a comment to let us know your experience with these spices, and subscribe for more wisdom that can help you take control of your health. So let's talk about Larry. He's 89, a retired postman who spent decades walking miles every day. Back then, he never thought about his legs until one day he couldn't ignore them. The aches were constant, his calves would cramp if he stood too long, and just getting out of bed in the morning felt like a chore. His doctor mentioned something about aging and poor circulation, and prescribed compression socks and a pill. But Larry had always believed in natural remedies. That's when he stumbled across a video of Dr. Li discussing spices and their surprising power to boost circulation. He figured, why not try? After all, he had nothing to lose and a lot of walking left to do. One of the first spices Larry added to his routine was turmeric. You've probably heard of it as the golden yellow spice that gives curry its vibrant color, but for Larry, it became something much more meaningful. Dr. William Li explains that turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound known for its anti-inflammatory properties and ability to support healthy blood flow. Larry began by stirring just a small pinch into his morning oatmeal, not exactly the most traditional use, but it worked for him. At first, he wasn't sure it was doing much. It's easy to dismiss subtle changes when you're used to discomfort every day. But within a couple of weeks, he noticed something. When he swung his legs over the side of the bed each morning, they didn't ache the way they used to. The stiffness that once made him hesitate before taking those first few steps began to loosen. And the nagging pain in his heels? It started to fade. Can you imagine what that felt like? When something as simple as a dash of spice brings back the freedom to move without wincing, It's more than just a minor improvement. It's life-changing. That single golden ingredient didn't just flavor his breakfast. It added a bit of hope to his mornings. It was a sign that the body, with the right support, could still respond, still heal, still move forward. Then came cinnamon, not just a cozy flavor you associate with baked apples or holiday treats, but a powerful ally in the quest for better circulation. According to Dr. Lee, cinnamon can help relax and expand blood vessels, making it easier for blood to reach the furthest parts of your body. That's exactly what Larry needed. He started sprinkling a bit into his afternoon tea, the warmth blending with the spice in a soothing way. He even added a dash to his Greek yogurt, which gave it a familiar yet comforting twist. It didn't take long before he noticed a difference. His feet, often cold to the touch and unresponsive, began to feel a bit warmer. "It's like my toes woke up," he joked one day over lunch. And while he said it with a chuckle, the feeling behind it was sincere. For the first time in years, his feet felt like a real part of him again, not frozen blocks dragging behind, but warm, active, and present. Have you ever felt that kind of change, where a small tweak in your routine has a ripple effect through your body? That's the beauty of these small but powerful choices. They're accessible, they're simple, and they offer a real chance at reclaiming comfort in your own skin. Another favorite spice that Dr. Lee recommends is ginger. Most people have tasted it in a stir-fry or sipped it in a tea when battling a cold, but Larry learned it could also work wonders for circulation. Ginger has a natural warming effect, and its ability to stimulate blood flow makes it an ideal spice for anyone dealing with cold limbs or sluggish circulation. Curious, Larry began a simple evening ritual: hot water poured over fresh slices of ginger, finished with a touch of honey. It wasn't complicated, but it became something he looked forward to at the end of each day. That gentle, spicy aroma, the slight burn on the tongue followed by sweet relief, it was comforting. More than that, it made his legs and feet feel alive again. It tingled in a good way, he said with a smile. Over time, this little cup of tea wasn't just a beverage. It was a signal to his body that it was time to rest and recover. Have you tried ginger like that? If you're someone who deals with chilly hands and feet, or even just wants a little boost in your evening routine, this simple tea could be a game changer. It's an easy act of self-care that delivers more than warmth. It brings connection back to your body. What about cayenne pepper? Now, this one surprised Larry. He wasn't much of a fan of spicy food and generally avoided heat on his plate. But when he learned about capsaicin, the active compound in cayenne that supports blood vessel function and boosts circulation, he decided to give it a try. Cautiously, he started small, mixing just a pinch into soups, stews, and even his scrambled eggs. The warmth was noticeable, but not overwhelming. What really caught his attention, though, was what happened in the evenings. He had gotten used to a dull, aching pain in his feet by the end of each day. But after a couple of weeks of adding cayenne to his meals, that pain started to fade. It wasn't gone completely, but it became more manageable, less of a burden, more of a background hum. And that mattered. That little shift meant he could focus on his book or his favorite show instead of constantly adjusting his feet to get comfortable. Have you ever tried cayenne like that? You'd be surprised what a tiny bit can do. It doesn't take much to start nudging your body in the right direction. For Larry, it was another example of how small, intentional choices add up to big improvements over time. It's not about overhauling everything. It's about noticing the power in the little things and letting them work for you. Now, you might be wondering, do you need to take all these spices at once? Not at all. Larry didn't make any drastic changes overnight. He just started incorporating them, one by one, into meals he already enjoyed. You can do the same. Think about what you already eat. Could a dash of cinnamon or turmeric fit into your breakfast? Could you sip a warm ginger tea after dinner? The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like nourishment because it is. Dr. Lee often reminds people that it's not just about a single ingredient, but the pattern of what you eat every day. That's where the real magic is. Larry didn't stop with spices. He also started eating more leafy greens, berries, and healthy fats, foods Dr. Lee calls circulation heroes. But it was the spices that sparked his transformation. They gave him quick wins. That momentum helped him keep going. And now, at nearly 90, Larry is walking his block every morning again. No cane, no pain. Just purpose. And the best part? He's not alone. Thousands of people are discovering the same thing, that what's in your spice rack can have a bigger impact than you ever imagined. So ask yourself, what's sitting in your pantry right now that could help your legs feel lighter, stronger, freer? We'd love to hear from you. Which of these spices do you already use? Which ones are you excited to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's build a community where we share what's working and encourage each other to try new things. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Maybe you've already been told that circulation problems are just a part of getting older. Maybe you've accepted the numbness or the cramping as your new normal. But what if that's not true? What if you could stir, sprinkle, or steep your way toward better leg health? Dr. Lee's wisdom shows us that even the smallest ingredients can unlock big changes, especially when they're part of a thoughtful, consistent routine. Even the colors and scents of these spices can bring life into your kitchen. The golden hue of turmeric, the warming aroma of cinnamon, the zesty brightness of fresh ginger, it all adds up to more than flavor. It's a reminder that food is powerful, and you have that power right in your own hands. Let today be the day you try something different. Whether it's making your own spice tea, adding flavor to your meals with purpose, or simply becoming more intentional about what you eat, start now. You don't need to wait for a doctor's order to begin treating your body with care. Just look at Larry. He's 89 and going strong. So why not you? Thanks for spending time with us today. We hope this journey into Dr. William Lee's wisdom and Larry's inspiring story gives you new tools and new hope. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful. Share it with someone who might be struggling with leg or foot pain. Comment below with your own experience or questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you can keep learning, growing, and healing with us. Let's create a community that's rooted in knowledge, inspired by stories, and always moving forward, one healthy step at a time.